The fifth of 6 Rivens Wishes quests got released today, and it is an annoying one. As with the previous Rivens Wishes quests, you complete the main objective, go to Mara, and you claim your reward. The rewards range from Last Wish raid weapons, exotic armor from the Lightfall Year, and some miscellaneous items. With this quest, we can choose to do one of 2 objectives. The first objective is defeat taken bosses or mini bosses in Rheasilvia within the Dreaming City, and the second objective is to summon and defeat Pauurc, the Farseer's heir located in Rheasilvia within the Dreaming City. I have 2 pain points with this quest, and unfortunately it is split between the 2 objectives. The first objective, defeat taken bosses or mini bosses within Rheasilvia, has to be done within the patrol area. You can't go into the Lost Sector and progress it, it doesn't work. There are 4 different ways there seems to be to get progress on this objective. The first is the public event. Complete the public event, defeat the boss, you'll get 8.5%. I made it heroic, I didn't do it on non-heroic, so I don't know if the non-heroic version gives the same progress, but on heroic the boss gives 8.5%. There is a taken blight that spawns in on the left hand side of the area. I don't know if that's the only place it can spawn in, but for me it was the left hand side of the area as you're looking towards the temple. It can spawn a taken centurion boss, and if you defeat that boss it'll give you 8.5% as well. The third source would be whenever the enemy moves against each other. This pops up as flavor text in the bottom left of your screen, and typically it happens at the front of the temple or up at the hill directly in line of the temple door. This is whenever the Scorn and the Taken start fighting each other. They spawn in very quickly, they start gaining more difficulty, and they go from being red to orange to yellow bar enemies. Whenever they become yellow bar enemies near the end, every single one of those yellow bar enemies grants progress. I believe they're then mini bosses, I guess their class does. They give 2.5% per kill. That means that if you just keep whacking them and keep just knocking them down, you'll get a good percentage out of it. If you have a bunch of other guardians just nearby, they will start stealing your kills. One tactic would be just to spray your gun in the general area. As long as you make a hit on an enemy and then it dies, no matter who it's to, you'll gain progress. So you can do that. If you're just by yourself, you'll go the quickest. So I wouldn't recommend just nuking everything, because then you're still in progress with other people. But unfortunately Bungie has designed this in such a way that that is going to be a viable way to do it. So the last way to do it, which I don't believe makes much sense, is to do the Corrupted Strike, and you can kill the bosses on the way into the first section of the strike. So just that opening area which is in Rheasilvia, you can kill the yellow bar enemies and it'll actually grant progress. Not that much. I definitely don't think it's worth repeating the Corrupted Strike for that, but it is a source. Apparently there's also a step of the Malfeasance quest which takes place in that area too, and you can just repeat it over and over again, and it does go quite quickly, but that's a very specific situation you have to be in. My second pain point is with the second objective, which is defeat Pauurc, the Farseer's heir, located in Rheasilvia. Now, it does give you a bit of extra information in the quest step, and it says to summon Pauurc, seek out a Farseer Saboteur, claim its evoking charge, and place it in the appropriate vessel. So what you're meant to do is wait around for flavor text to appear, saying something along the lines of a Farseer Saboteur is wandering around or something like that. You go find a Farseer Saboteur, which can be a taken Centurion, Minotaur, or Knight, I think, something like that. You defeat this taken person, you then pick up its evoking charge, and then you hop your way over to one of the islands, which then will then have a bull. You can deposit the arc charge in, the evoking charge in, and it'll spawn in Pauurc. This sounds fairly straightforward. Surely if you're in this area for long enough, a Farseer Saboteur will spawn in, but I spent well over an hour in this area and I did not have a single one spawn in. Not just there was no flavor text, because I could have missed flavor text, but I never saw anything going by Farseer Saboteur. There were plenty of other people in my instance and Pauurc never spawned in, so I would say it just never appeared. So basically you can spend well over an hour trying to get a Farseer Saboteur to appear, and you could have absolutely no luck. You could also load in to Rheasilvia and there already be one there, or you could have it happen halfway through your first objective, in which case, great, you'll get it done quicker because that has spawned in. But unfortunately, I think you're going to have to go with the first objective until either it's completed or a Farseer Saboteur spawns in. It is quite annoying, but that's the step. Once you have spent far too long trying to complete one of the 2 objectives in step 1, you can then go back to Mara for step 2, where you pick up the wish token. You can then finally claim whatever reward you want from Mara. This week I didn't go for anything. I'm actually waiting to see what I want to go for. I think I'll go for another Last Wish weapon to see if I can craft one. The hand cannon looks quite interesting, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do some research, and that's about it. So I hope this video has helped. I hope that you haven't had quite as bad an experience of this quest step as I have, and I will see you next week for the final Riven's Wishes quest. Bye bye.